Welcome to the whatever.
The Ride or Die Podcast.
Yeah,
Say it.
the Ride or Die podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. So I'm going to talk about a little life lessons I learned from 2021. And 2021 was actually my second most significant year of my life. First year was 2011, which was the year my daughter was born, and that was life-changing. And 2021 was life-changing in itself. So let me see if I can do a short little recap. So at the beginning of the year, I was dating this gal. I was absolutely in love with this gal. We had a good relationship, but it wasn't a good relationship kind of thing. And I remember thinking after this trip from Arizona, I'm like, okay, I need to change my life for this girl. I want to marry this girl. I want to spend the rest of my life with that girl. And like the high vibes were so good that I was like, I got to find a way to make this work. I got to move home. And so I decided to sell my Jeep, and I'm pretty embarrassed to say this. I've never told anybody that I did this, but one big reason I wanted to sell my Jeep is so I could have like 10 grand for an engagement ring and put the rest away on my credit cards and, all this other stuff. And I'm actually embarrassed to say that right now, to be honest, but it's the truth. That's how important this girl was to me. But then something happened. Like the next couple months were just rough. It's like all the trust left, I was doing all this and she wanted to do this, and we basically just lost communication. And I think it was there, me, I had a lot of distractions, and I just, in that whole relationship, I kind of just lost who I was. I wasn't the Matthew I know and I want to be. And I know that for a fact because my buddy Sheldon, I talked to him like last month, and he goes, man, you're different. You are you again. And I was like, I thought there was such a weird conversation. I never realized how much that relationship actually took away from who I was. Then the girlfriend decided to say, see ya, boy, I'm gone. And, thank goodness she did, because it was actually a really toxic relationship. It was. And I hate to say that. I really do, because I have a bunch of good memories of her. I spent 2.5 years with the girl, the longest relationship I ever had. Blah this, blah that. But it was toxic. It was fucking toxic. There was controlling aspects of it. There was, I think a lot of hiding. And I'm not going to say things that she did, because she's not here to defend herself. And I think that would be a pretty shitty thing for me to do, is saying something all this person did to me without her being here to defend herself. I think that would be kind of actually, it'd be pretty rude. And I'm no peach either. I'm just as human as everybody else. I made my mistakes. I'm paying for my sins and all that. So after she left, I decided, take all these distractions and really just forget about it. Like, whatever, this girl's gone. I didn't need her. And it wasn't really working out for me. So I decided to do the lone wolf thing, and instead of finding distractions, I took on productivity and started painting and started learning about finances and how to run a business and internet stuff and all this other stuff. It's things I want to do, the things that I should have been doing at the beginning of the year instead of what I was doing. Just working on myself, mentally and physically. And yeah, man, then after that, like, life just got better. Life got good once I started worrying about my life and not what I wanted my life to be. And, the highlights of my year were one of my best homies, Ben, asked me to be his groomsman. And I did not see that coming. I'm thrilled. Him and his fiance, Katie, they're like two of my favorite people ever. They're such good people. I got my promotion to brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'm super excited about that. I'll get my black belt in like 5 to 10 years, but it's all good. I actually got a promotion at work. So the end of the year was really exciting. It was super exciting, and it's going to continue being exciting, except the cold weather. Except I love blowing snow. I enjoy blowing snow. I don't know why I like getting the snowblower out and doing my driveway and all that. So I got to get rid of that piece of paper. I got a bunch of lessons I learned from 2021 that I would like to share with everybody. Lesson number 1 was make life simple. so to make my life simple, I had to get rid of all these distractions, especially on like Instagram, things that were like mess with my head. And I decided to unfollow almost everybody. I think I follow, definitely less than 250 accounts, and they're all mostly art and Cerakote stuff, motorcycle stuff, basically everything I need to start a business and motivational stuff. I definitely do believe the things you watch and the things you listen to really change your mentality of how you live your life. And I've noticed that, and I just want to live my life good. I want to have positive thoughts all day long. I want to wake up positive. I want to be inspired when I see cool things done, especially like artwork and things I can do with my kid. And I decided to watch less movies and start listening to more books. And I'm gonna get into that here in a little bit. Finding my morning routine. I think it's so important to have a morning routine. Start your day for you and not just to get up and go work for the man. My morning routine, I've talked about it plenty of times. I wake up, I feed my dog, I get my coffee, and I pray the rosary. Just be grateful for what I got. I'm super grateful for what I got. I got a very good life, and my mindset is just forward, and I'm excited. And I started doing a schedule where, I put stuff on my whiteboard, things I need to do, when I want to get it done, and that's part of my best lesson is just make life simple. Number two is don't hate. And I'm gonna tell this story. September was a really difficult time for me. Probably the most difficult time for me that in 2021. I was at work and I had to get my appendix taken out, and it was okay. One, I'm gonna say thank goodness for insurance, because that thing cost me upward to a little over $25,000. So thank God for insurance. I ended up only paying like $900. But I remember after the surgery, I woke up and all I wanted to call was my ex-girlfriend. And then I saw my mom and all this stuff, and like it was super weird. I was all drugged up, and I just felt bad. I just felt bad for the one time I thought I needed her. She wasn't there. So I got very spiteful. I'll be honest, like I fucking hated her. I hated everything she did. I hated all the mean things she did to me, all the controlling she did to me, just every blah this, blah that, like, and it wasn't her. I was just in a low moment, right? I needed an excuse why I wanted to be upset with life. And I remember I got home to Fargo, and I basically spent the month of September in Fargo. And I remember I was bitching and complaining to my dog because, I talk to my dog. I'm sure everybody talks to their dog. Do you guys talk to your dog? I talk to my dog a lot. Actually, we have conversations through eye contact. And I remember we were laying in bed, and I was just swearing at my ex's mom, my ex's name up and down. I remember my dog, he jumped on my chest, and he looked at me, and we had this eye contact, and he looked at me and goes, "Hey, Dad, it's not Mom's fault. It's no one's fault. You'll be okay." That's what my dog told me. And I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it happened. It totally happened. And so like the next day, I'm pretty sure there was a jiu-jitsu tournament, or a day or two later, and I was pretty spiteful still of the ex-girlfriend not being there for the one time I thought I needed somebody. And I remember I was driving to the jiu-jitsu tournament to go cheer on my teammates, and I missed my turn, and I was pretty pissed off because I was pissed off in general, and I missed my turn. I'm like, damn it. So I get to the stoplight. I have to take a right. And the song came on, 2009 by Mac Miller. It's one of my favorite songs. I have a really good memory of me and my ex. Short memory details. We're on the motorcycle. I remember the time, the place, where we were at. And I remember this song came on. I started thinking about her. And of course, I started swearing her name up and down. And then I looked up and I realized I was in that spot where we had that memory. And I'm like, what the fuck, universe? Really? Like, what? How is that even possible? Like, if I would never miss that turn, this would never happened. If I would not put my phone on shuffle, this would never happen. If I would just listen to my podcast that I usually do. But for whatever reasons, everything matched up for me to remember that memory at the spot the memory happened. It was so weird to me. It was just such a mind F. I'm like, what the heck? So then I'm thinking about this all month long, and I listened to one of Kevin Hart's autobiographies, and there was this quote, and then I realized what this moment was to me, or at least this is what I think it was. The quote is, if you experience loss, it doesn't mean you lost. It means you have been blessed with the opportunity to take a moment, realize how special someone or something has been to you, and go through the new doors that were closed to you before. And I realized I can't hate a person for giving me good memories. I really don't know anything about why she left. I really don't care. But the fact that if it wasn't for her, I would not be on this process of life that I'm continuing doing. She definitely put me in this mindset of I want more from my life, and just because she's not in it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing this. I definitely got to give her a little bit of credit. So I decided to change the way I look at everything, and I started looking at like why I disliked a lot of people. And another thing, like I disliked a lot of my ex-girlfriend's friends, and I thought to myself, I'm like, why? I don't know them. I've never really met them. Why do I dislike them? Well, it's because when my ex vented to me, it put me in my head that these people are hurting this girl that I love. Why? I definitely remember the bad things she told me about them, and not really the good things. And in my mind, like I was like, screw these people. Like that's just dumb. Like why do you want these people in your life? But I was just focusing on the negative when I should have just listened and let her vent, and then focused on the positive. That was a pretty big life lesson. Like I'm not gonna take people's stories for accuracy because they're one-sided. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the complete involvement of the other person. Blah this, blah that. So those are the two things I really learned, that the reasons why I dislike people is because I had bad knowledge of them. I never got my personal perspective. Personal objective. No, that's not the right word. What word am I looking for here? Personal thoughts. I'll just go with that. Personal thoughts about them. So now I told myself, like, if I hear a story about someone that I don't know, I'm not gonna take it for what it is. I'm just gonna let someone vent and let them tell their BS and just go from there. I'm really ashamed of myself that I did that, to be honest. Lesson number 3, be alone. I think most people, and it's not easy. It's not easy to sit at home and just be alone. It's so easy to pick up your phone and there was some Snapchats out there and see who talks to you. And the thing is I decided not to do that. Like I talked about that a little bit earlier. I decided to do more productivity and listening and learning and finding out what kind of person I am. And it's really advanced what I am, like, as a person. Like I just want good for people. I want good for everybody. Even if I don't really care for them, I really just want them to have the best life. And just me being alone made me realize, like, I don't need all these people to grow. I need me to grow, and everybody in my life that I love and that loves me is a very good bonus, a super good bonus. And I'm so grateful for all the people in my life. So lesson number 4, learn from the experts. So relationships, finances, business critiques, mindset. Like I can't go around and ask people for relationship advice that don't know the whole relationship. I can't go ask people that don't have a lot of money how to make a lot of money. I can't ask about people that don't have a business how to start a business. So I went to books and podcasts and YouTube videos and a couple books I read. So I listened to a lot of relationship books because I was at the time I was pretty bummed that this relationship didn't work out. And relationship and communication books. The 3 books that stuck with me was Attached. I talked about this before. Attached is a book about you're basically how you react to your significant other is how you were basically raised and how your parents treated you. It's pretty good. There's the 80-80 marriage, and that is basically about basically what I got out of it. If you make a marriage or a relationship 50-50, then you're competing all the time. If you make it 80-80, which technically math-wise doesn't make sense, you're doing it to be good. You're doing it to be nice. And like if your significant other wins, you win. If you win, your significant other wins. It's actually a really good book. And in the book, they have a lot of stories of relationships and stuff like that. Same with Attached. There's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And that's a big book about how just to talk to people instead of, and there's a lot of ways where most people, I think, just speak what you should do instead of talking to the person. Like, don't do that. Instead of like, hey man, like, I know you're having fun, but you shouldn't do that, right? It teaches you a lot how just to speak to people in general. And as a person that is running a crew again and whatnot like that, like I needed to learn how to speak for it. And I actually read this book a couple times. It's not the easiest book to listen to, but it's actually really good if you want to learn actually how to speak to people for them to, there goes my light, for them to get your attention. Another book I read was about finances, and it's a Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. And that's basically about finances. And because I basically want to have my house paid off in 5 years and have 100 to 50 to 100K saved up. That's kind of my goal. I'm not worried about anything else besides making a little nest. So I can definitely, hopefully in 5 years, I got this business just going, winning. And books for me was, one was Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules of Life, which is actually another hard listen to, but there's a lot of good information in it. And another one was, I Can't Make This Up, Life Lessons by Kevin Hart, which is super good. It's funny. He talks about all of his struggles through his coming career as a comedian, a movie star. And I definitely, of all these books, I recommend that one the most. Number 5 was mindset, man. Like my mindset changed drastically from not judging, getting a morning routine, get rid of distractions, staying calm when getting in arguments, thinking before speaking, be the last person to speak in a conversation, let everybody else say what they think and then put your input in. There's a lot of things. And my mind is pretty calm these days. Not a lot of things get to me. That was 2021 in a nutshell, and everything I learned from it. To be honest, it was a really good year with the one bummer, but it was a super good year, man. I love it. 2022 is gonna be really good. Honestly, I had my first job interview the other day, and I haven't had a job interview since I was 21. That was like 15 years ago. I would say it went really well since after the job interview, they gave me Vikings tickets for this weekend, so I get to go take my kid to the Vikings game and some pretty good seats. I'm so excited about that. And I really hope when they contact me, it's something worth my time. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna invest myself, and I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe you should just be doing you all year long. But yeah, I'm just going to continue focusing on my mind, focus on my body, keep working, keep studying for this business, and hopefully my FFL comes in by the end of the month and I can start doing work again. And I'm just really excited. I'm just super excited that everything from 2021 has brought me to this point in my life, this mindset, this productivity, what I want. And I'm blessed for everything. I'm absolutely blessed. And yeah, that was actually a really quick podcast. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with my dog. Do good. Wait, be kind, do good, be kind, train hard. I don't remember. I need to write that down. Do good, be kind, train hard. Or is it be kind, do good, train hard? Nope, it's train hard, do good, be kind. Boom, that's it. Love y'all. Peace.